Welcome to a deep dive into a world where AI is changing the game. Equipment finance.
Yeah, forget those self-driving cars for a second. We're talking loans for bulldozers, financing for those high-tech medical machines. If a business relies on it, AI is probably involved in how they get it.
And it's not just a little sprinkle of AI either, right? I mean, one of the articles, Equipment Finance News, I think it was, said something like 80% of small businesses want their lenders to go all in on digital services. That's
Yeah.
a tidal wave, not a ripple.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just them. Look across any industry. People expect things online now, banking, ordering a pizza, you name it. So equipment finance can't get left behind.
Especially with all the talk these days about financial fraud getting ever more complex.
Exactly. Equipment Finance News really hit on that, how it's an AI arms race out there now.
An arms race.
Yeah, like think about synthetic identity theft, where these fraudsters basically stitch together bits of real info to create a whole fake person. AI can spot that kind of thing in mountains of data way better than humans can. It's constantly evolving.
So, like an always-on detective, basically.
Right.
But it's not all about playing defense, right? We've got AI streamlining all those everyday tasks in equipment finance, too.
Oh, for sure. Monitor Daily even called it, what is it? From automation to transformation.
Yeah.
And they're spot on.
Because it's not just automation for the sake of it,
Yeah.
right? It's actually changing the customer experience.
Exactly. Take valuing equipment.
Yeah.
Right. Used to be, someone had to pore over this stuff, maybe physically inspect it, check market values. Now, AI can analyze tons of historical data, look at trends, even real-time auction prices, and boom, accurate valuations, way faster.
So the appraiser's free to handle the really tricky cases.
Exactly.
So even if a customer doesn't see AI, they're feeling it through quicker approvals, maybe even better interest rates.
It's all happening behind the scenes. Think about it like booking a flight online versus calling the airline. Same result, but one's just smoother, faster because of the tech doing its thing in the background.
Makes sense. But, okay, let's dive into the really mind-blowing stuff. Generative AI. That's where things get really interesting, wouldn't you say?
Oh, it's a total game changer. Because now, like these articles, Monitor Daily and that one, how generative AI? Anyway, the point is, generative AI doesn't just analyze, it creates.
Creates?
Yeah. New content from the data it's fed. Like, take that example of debt collection. Imagine you've got this star debt collector, right? They just know what to say, when to say it, to get people to pay up. Generative AI could study their every move, their tone, their timing, and then create training to help new recruits be just as effective.
That's wild, like bottling up expertise and sharing it around.
Exactly.
But it makes you wonder, with all this talk of AI taking over, what happens to the human side of equipment finance? Are robots going to replace everyone?
It's a question everyone's asking, and Monitor Daily actually addressed it head on. They're adamant. The future isn't about replacing people, it's about partnership.
Humans and AI working side by side.
Exactly.
And that partnership really comes through in how AI is being used in customer service, right? One of the articles, I think it was Monitor Daily, talked about these AI chatbots.
Yeah, they're already being used by some companies. Handling those routine customer questions like, what's my balance? Or when's my payment due? Basic stuff.
Makes sense. Not every question needs a human touch, right?
Right. Freeing up those human reps to focus on the more complex cases. The ones where you need empathy, problem-solving skills, all that good stuff.
So it's less about replacing human interaction and more about streamlining it, making it more efficient.
Exactly. Like, think about the customer experience before. You call up, you're stuck navigating a phone tree, maybe on hold forever. Now, you get a chatbot, maybe it solves your issue right then and there, maybe it gets you to the right human faster. Either way, it's an improvement.
It's like having a digital bouncer at a club. Make sure that people who really need to get in get to the front of the line.
I like that analogy. And it highlights something really important. The design of those chatbots matters. They can't just be robotic and impersonal. They have to be user-friendly, recognize when a human touch is needed.
So it's kind of pushing those human reps to become even more valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. Less about answering basic questions, more about being a trusted advisor, building relationships, providing expert guidance.
Okay, but let's shift gears a bit and talk about something even more futuristic. Generative AI. Those articles you shared, especially that how generative AI must Well, you know the one. That's where things get really wild.
Oh, yeah. Generative AI has the potential to completely disrupt the industry because now we're not just talking about AI analyzing data, we're talking about it creating things.
Creating.
Yeah, like completely new stuff, marketing campaigns, financial products, you name it. It was fascinating reading about how some companies are even using it to personalize loan agreements.
I remember that. It was like
Yeah.
AI could draft a custom contract for every single borrower.
Exactly. It would take their entire financial history, risk profile, business plans, everything, and create a loan agreement tailored specifically for them.
That's incredible. It would be like having a team of lawyers working around the clock.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder, with AI doing all this, where does that leave the humans?
It's the million-dollar question, right? And there's no easy answer.
Yeah.
But before we get too deep into the philosophical implications, maybe we should bring things back down to earth a bit.
So are the robots taking over? That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, we've got AI sniffing out fraud, chatting with customers, even writing contracts now. Makes you wonder what role is left for us humans in the equipment finance world.
It's the question everyone's asking, right? Not just in finance, but across the board. And honestly, some of those articles, especially that Monitor Daily piece, really resonated with me. The way they see it, it's not about robots replacing humans, it's about
Humans and robots teaming up.
yeah, exactly. Like the real challenge, the exciting part, is figuring out how to best integrate AI, play to its strengths, but not lose sight of what makes humans valuable in the process.
Which makes you think about skills. If someone's out there listening, working in equipment finance, or thinking about it, what do they need to thrive in this AI-powered world? What should they be learning?
Well, that Monitor Daily article hit the nail on the head with data literacy. It's not enough to just be good with numbers anymore. You got to understand data, inside and out. How to analyze it, find the story it's telling, pull out those golden insights.
So it's like learning a new language, the language of data.
Exactly. And just like any language, you got to be able to communicate it. Take those insights and present them in a way that's clear, concise, convincing. Those communication skills are only becoming more important, not less.
So we've got analytical chops, communication skills. Anything else? What about the human element?
That's where those softer skills come in. Things like adaptability, creativity, problem solving, those were highlighted a lot in the articles too. The world of finance is constantly shifting, right? And with AI, that pace is only going to get faster. So you got to be able to roll with the punches, come up with innovative solutions on the fly, think critically about complex issues.
Sounds like lifelong learning is non-negotiable, huh?
Absolutely. The minute you stop learning is the minute you start falling behind. And that's the thing with AI, it's not a threat, it's a tool. An incredibly powerful tool that has the potential to completely reshape how we work, how we live. The challenge and the fun part is figuring out how to use it wisely, how to shape a future where humans and technology work together.
Well said. It's been a fascinating deep dive with you today, exploring this intersection of AI and equipment finance. From the nitty-gritty of automating tasks to the mind-blowing possibilities of generative AI, and of course the big question of what it all means for the future of work.
And hopefully for everyone listening, it sparks some curiosity, some new ideas to chew on.
Absolutely. So until next time, keep those minds open, keep asking questions, keep exploring, because the future of equipment finance, and really the future in general, is being written as we speak. And who knows, maybe AI will be helping us write it.